works. If it doesn't, then it's fine. Why not? Why would I be interested in lingerie? mm. For your future girlfriend? To buy lingerie for Jessica, your side hoe? Oh, it worked? Nice. We are live. Nice, nice, nice. Ah. Who is Jessica? My number 7 wife. You can share some ramen noodles. You want some? I'll give you this much. Say ah. I think shinramen is the best ramen to eat raw. Maybe noguri? The 10 girlfriends got wifed up. Exactly. Yeah, you just sprinkle the raw sauces in there and then you shake it. That's exactly what you do. Ah, guys. I'm so stressed about my hair. Ah. Whatever. Hair is definitely a man's makeup. Should I just wear a hat? Your hair will grow back. Still, hair looks fine. What happened to it? I thought I needed a haircut, so I got a haircut. But I wasn't looking for this kind of haircut. I didn't cut it myself. I paid $45, guys. I'm telling you. Question, like genuinely, did you see the reviews first? I've been going to this place for 4 years because, believe it or not, this is the best place in Boston. Like the other places are worse. No, okay, other places are equally bad but more expensive. Does that make sense? That's why I go here. I've known this lady for a while, but I still go here because at least she's cheaper. Other places are like over 50 for a cut. That's why. Yeah, it's like this old, middle-aged Korean mom, Korean woman. Everything here is overpriced, so yeah. Actually, it's $40 for the cut and then $5 tip. I pay $5 tip. I don't want to, but you get the idea. Did you know I actually didn't even check the hair until I got home? I just gave up. I don't even care. I do care, but I gave up. Your hair looks soft and healthy. At least the hair looks good. Healthy, I mean. Good as in. She won't care for $5? I hate this tip culture. You know what, guys? I'm in a sassy mood. I'm gonna end TikTok live today. Actually, no, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. It's fine. Let the few viewers watch. Because of the haircut, I'm in a moody mood today. So I'm gonna be grumpy today. I apologize ahead of time. My apology. I mean, some girls even cry when they get a bad haircut, so this is my girl moment. Where's that Miko song? I wish I didn't cut my hair or call you now. Anyone know that song? There's a song like that. Also, this is so spicy, but it's okay. Stress relieving. Maybe I'll grow out. You're right. Yo, your hair's looking a little bit different today. Yes, girl. Oh, it's actually spicy. Stress relieving. I have a few things I wanted to talk about today. I have some deep thoughts. You look okay, Hill? Thanks, cutie. What deep thoughts? Let's have some deep talking. You know what? I'm gonna change the title to Deep Talk. Deep Talk, parentheses. I'm grumpy because of new bad hair. Also, this is so spicy. Alright, change the title. Drink some milk, add water. Let's dive in. He's mad and might get timed out right away. I'm not like an emotional monster like that. Does my merch ship everywhere? I think it does, unless you live in like North Korea. Why am I drinking from a purifier? Because, you know, I'm always dehydrated. Why is it so spicy? Yeah, it's from Spirit Away. Deep talk. Let's start our deep talk. By the way, this moodiness is not just due to hair. I was thinking about this last night. Guys, how much do you trust your own decision and taste? How much do you trust your own decision? Well, that's a good question. For what? Let's say, for example, you guys go shopping for clothes. How do you pick clothes? What do you base your decisions on? You pick the clothes you like. What I meant by, what do you pick your clothes based on? I'm asking as in, do you pick clothes based on your decision or someone else's decision? That's my question. When you make a decision, for example, such as buying a t-shirt, do you make decision based on yours or someone else? What I mean by that is, have you guys ever wanted to dress better? So you start to like learn fashion. And you know how they tell you, this matches well with this, you should buy this brand of clothes. Have you guys ever studied that? No? Yes? I guess it's like a mix. Well, have you ever had a moment where you decided to dress better, so you ignore what looks good in your eyes and follow what the people who are good at fashion tells you? That's what I mean by making decision by not your decision. You've never done that? I've done that. I've done that several times. Have you never made decision based on someone else's advice because like you wanted to be better at something? No? Hold on, let me also play some music. I feel like I don't like his face while having this combo. What's wrong with my face? you got you got a problem with my face? Hold on. I'm trying to let me play my favorite music. Low-key, please fix your hair. I think this is better. I rather be like this. I rather be this. Yes, girl. Going back to the talk we were having. I think if you want to improve, I think it's good for you to not trust your instincts. That's what I think. I think if you want to dress better, it's kind of you know what I think? I think if you want to dress better, one thing you have to do is let go of how you feel about the clothes and learn learn a new taste. And I've been doing that for a lot of different areas. But lately, I've been feeling that with music. I don't trust my musical decisions, at least in terms of producing anymore. I gave up. Not gave up, but in order for me to become a better musician, I realized I have to let go of my decision. And it kind of feels weird. So far, I was a singer-songwriter slash producer. I'm gonna only become a singer now. I'm not gonna become a producer anymore. For Luxid music, I'm gonna still become a musician because I have confidence in that area of music. But why? Because I don't think my taste is a good taste. But your songs are good. I think my songs are good when I let go of my preferences. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? This sounds depressing, but I'm not here to whine. It's like a different direction, if that makes sense. Like, anyone know what I'm talking about? Do you guys kind of get what I'm talking about? How long have I felt like this? Since after releasing Flower Love. Guys, what is good music? Can you know, what is good music? You know how it's not like Olympic swimming. You know how Olympic swimming, there's a better swimmer? Better swimmers swim faster. Do you agree? But music, you know how it's not like better musician? I actually don't think there's a better musician. I think it's a matter of taste when it comes to music. That's just personally what I think. Do you guys agree? Unlike sports where you race for the shortest time, I think music is about taste. Well, like all musicians, most musicians, the reason why they're musicians is because they have a specific taste more than regular people. If, regular music enjoyer just enjoys music a little bit, I think generally musicians, they have a clear thing of what they like. That makes sense, right? So far we're following. Now, here's the question. There is no such thing as good or bad music, but do you agree that there is music that's more likely to be loved by people? And if we were to judge how much is it loved, like we could judge it by how many people like the song or how many times they would listen to it. So just because someone doesn't, just because a song isn't popular doesn't mean it's a bad song. But there definitely is a more popular song and less popular song. And this is my conclusion. My taste is actually against the popular music. So, whenever I make music, the direction I want to go to is actually against the direction that other majority of the audience likes. And you guys are saying not leash, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm letting go more of what I like and people are liking it more. In fact, if I go opposite of what I like, people like it. And here's the thing. Now, then it's a decision. Am I gonna make music that I like, even if less people like it? Or am I gonna make music that people like, even if I like it less? And I decided that I'm going to make music that people like, even if it's not my taste. It is, if, by the way, it doesn't mean it's a bad music, and it doesn't mean it's a music I hate. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. It's a matter of like preference, if that makes sense. It's not that I don't like the songs that, isn't that selling out? Oh. But here's the thing. But as a result, you know what I'm gonna do? But I realized that for my piano music, even if I make it the way I like it, in that genre, my taste is the right taste in terms of popular audience. Does that make sense? So when I'm talking about production for pop music artists, my taste is against it. Which is probably the reason why I don't really listen to a lot of American pop music, because my taste doesn't go with it. I'm against it. But when it comes to piano music and instrumental music, I actually think my taste is accurate. It's more so of public choice, So what I'm gonna do is, for piano music, I'm only gonna trust my decision without other people's decision. But for vocal music, I'm gonna try to work with other musicians that I trust with. So that's what I've been thinking lately. Hopefully in the future you can go back to your style. Guys, you guys want to know a really interesting thing? Most popular musicians usually make this decision in their career. What I mean by that is, have you ever seen an artist who initially they release songs that you really like, but later down in their career, they start making weird music and you don't listen to it anymore? Do you know why that is? It's because initially, they gave up what they like to make something that people like. And later, after becoming successful, they don't want to do that anymore. So they start making things that they like. But in reality, what most musicians like is against the popular people's, taste. Does that kind of make sense? Proof that money ruins art? I disagree. I like music when other artists make it for people's taste. As a music listener, I don't like when these artists do stuff they like. Anyone else understand what I'm saying? I hate when artists do things they like. I like when they make things I like. Like, stop making your weird experimental stuff and go back to your peak music, So, I think this is my time to chase after the music that people like. Later in my career, I could do more of what I like. By the way, it's not that I don't like the music I'm doing. It's just it's a matter of taste. It's I want to open a taco restaurant, but nobody in the area likes taco, so I initially start with Burger King. But later, I'm rich, so I open my own taqueria or whatever the heck it is. And I don't care if there's no customer because I like tacos. Does that make sense? I'm not saying I don't like Burger King. It's more yeah. Can I keep going? And I actually know the reason why my taste is against popular music. This kind of connects in with the reason why I like instrumental music. I don't like good music. This is gonna sound really weird. This is gonna sound unbelievable. I don't like good music. What I mean by that is, have you ever seen a live band where a really great guitarist and drum and vocal and choruses sing all together. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like great music, great musician performing all together. I don't like that. I wait. Here's a really weird thing. By the way, you know what's really weird? There's a difference between the music I like making versus music I like listening to. Like, that's so weird. I like listening to music that is heavily seasoned, but I don't like making music that's heavily seasoned. So, the reason why I'm understanding this is because as an audience, I wouldn't listen to stuff I make. But there, like, for some reason, I like making things bland with my music. Like, I don't want to add drums to my music. I don't want to add, harmonies. I don't want to add stuff. I don't want to have stuff. But when I listen to other people's music, I like when the drum is interesting and all that. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. When I make it, I don't want to have drums. I don't like the sound of drum when I make it. But when I listen, I like it. I don't know why. Yeah. The musician making me and then the music listener me is different. They have different taste. That's why I make piano music, because I grew up listening to piano music and I like writing piano music. And you know how piano music and instrumental music, they don't have a drum group? Like, it doesn't have a drum group. I don't like groove, actually. I don't have a rhythm in my bone, I only like notes. I only like chords and notes. So, I don't know if you notice, like, compared to Group Project, which is my favorite song, and Leash, which one has more groove? Leash has more groove, right? That's why I like Leash less than Group Project, because it has groove. I don't like groove. I like when things just flow, like, without any like energy, like, yeah. I like when songs sound mid, like. Believe it or not. In fact, it's same with my cooking. I like when foods are bland. Like, I'm being serious. This sounds really weird. I like bland food. So, I don't like putting salt. I don't like putting seasoning. I like it when it's like minimal. Just like raw tomato. Just raw, no nothing added. But the thing is, sometimes even with food, in certain genres, that works well. Like, how when you go to like those Michelin star restaurants, some people have those food that are like not seasoned at all, and they're like very, you could feel the detail, the natural taste of the vegetable. But if you don't season your fries at McDonald's, what are people gonna say? Why is there no salt on my fries, right? So I can't be complaining if I sell a fry and don't put salt on it, and people, say I don't like it because there's no salt. Because I'm the weird one for not, seasoning my food. You guys get the idea. So this EP, not 100%, imagine this is like 50%. This, because I wrote these songs initially, before having these thoughts, the songs are like a mix of the two, of what I like and what people like. But, you know how we did the whole Produce One Hyowan? Do you guys know how we voted for the demos? You guys remember that? On like which song we like better? I think by doing that, I was able to sort of open my eyes on what the music people like is. In other words, this was a good thing. Guys, if I didn't do that, the EP would have been filled with songs. Like, we wouldn't have 4 of the songs on the EP. Like, it would be different songs. I would have picked different songs for the EP. I would have picked songs that none of you guys liked. Because that's my taste. So and you know what's really weird? Is that like recently I've been listening to Leash again, and like now I'm understanding that it's kind of a good song. It's like so weird. Initially I thought it was too much, but then now I'm listening, I'm like, I can see why people like this song. You know? It's catchy. I didn't really like it. I didn't like it until like 1 year after writing it. I thought it was too much. Like, it's too much. Yeah. For it took him 20 listen for him to like it. Even when I was releasing, did you guys know I was releasing with this mentality? Like, people like this? Like, what? You know, I released it with like, seriously? Like, you guys like this? Why did you think it was too much? Like, it's too strong. Like, the melody is too strong and the drum is too strong. Like, everything's too strong. That's why I didn't like it. Like, for me, I thought it was too much. Also, you know, can you guys tell by the music I'm listening in the background? This is kind of where my nature lies. Like, you see how it, like, no drums, no, like, you know, yeah. I think this works for piano music, but maybe not so much for... What's ironic is even for piano music, people like a little bit more seasoned. Yeah. It's nonchalant music. You're right. It's like a nonchalant music. So... yeah. That was what I've been thinking about lately. Yeah. Kind of feels ironic because I've been producer for a quite time, guys. But at the same time, this is gonna sound... I don't know how it's gonna sound. Yeah, I don't know if I trust my producing decisions anymore. So on external side, it might not look too different because I'm still a musician. But like for me, I think the producer Hyo is kind of retiring in my mind. He's retiring. So I don't think I'll call myself a producer anymore. Even though I literally produced a song last week, I think I'm gonna do less of that. I think, okay, like I don't know how it's gonna... I might no longer take producing lesson students because I don't know, maybe if they want to learn from me, like maybe, but I wouldn't recommend people to take producing lesson from me because I kind of retire on that. Yeah. I think having the title producer is cool. Oh, I think externally I'm still a producer. How do I say it? Well, I mean, we're close. That's why I'm telling you guys this stuff. On the outside, guys, like I'm producer, singer, songwriter. I still will produce. It's just that like it's a matter of taste. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Like I'm at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be like producing, but yeah. Just internally, I'm kind of letting it go. Yeah. Imagine it's like this, like I'm Gordon Ramsay, but like I no longer cook at the restaurant anymore. But like people think I'm a chef. But I don't actually like cook anymore. I'm more like a Gordon Ramsay type producer, like DJ Khaled type. Like, that was one whining. Another thought. This is a different topic. I forgot what I was thinking about. I'll try to remember. I had another thought. Do you think that there's no audience for music that you truly like to make? No, there is. There is. 100%. There 100% is, but it's a smaller audience. So if I just simply am aiming for, commercial success, I probably won't get there. There 100% is, but it's more of a niche, if that makes sense. So if my goal was to just express art in the world without expecting anyone's, approval or anything like that, then I would make that kind of music. Can I be really honest? But, there's an irony here because in first place, if I was only going after what I like, I wouldn't make vocal music. I don't even prefer vocal music all that much. So if I were to, I would only make piano music. So technically, yeah. You used to say you want to be like cheese or peppertones. Even cheese and peppertones is niche. Like, do you guys notice? Like, peppertones and cheese, they're like best in their area, but they're still small artists in other people's. So unless you're like as good as peppertones and you do the same thing as peppertones, you're gonna be like come on, like mini Justin Bieber versus mini peppertones. Mini Keshi versus mini peppertones. People don't even know peppertones. Who's gonna know mini peppertones? Yeah, you get the idea. I'm gonna cut my jaw with the hat. Hat Botox, exactly. Releasing music that might not be mainstream by your taste. My goal is not to prove my artistic world. My goal is to become a musician to give people joy. So I don't know if this makes sense. I like doing selfless music. I don't make music I don't like making it for myself. I like making it for the listener. But I mean, I am also a listener, so technically I am also one of the enjoyer, but you know how different artists have different thoughts about... Actually, I argued over this with one of my previous roommate, and this is the stuff I fought over Eric about. I personally think pop artists especially, should make stuff for people. That's what I think. That's what I personally believe. Because I also gotten entertained and healed by other people's music. I also want to make music so that it, like, for the listener, rather than making music to show off to the world what kind of artistic vision I have. I don't know. For me, in my eyes, that attitude feels a little selfish. But at the same time, to other people's musician, they think I'm more of like a sellout. Like, oh, like you're not doing it for yourself. But like, I don't know, like I thought the joy of making music was for, someone to listen and be like, oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah. I think that's the reason why I always use the metaphor to chef. Guys, you know how a lot of chefs says their joy comes from when they make food and they see people enjoying that food. So for me, my joy comes from whenever I make music and you guys listen to it and you like it. You know, like people are like, I love the music. But I don't think all musicians think like me. That's true. That's true, Minnie. That's true. Oh, where did I find the background music? This one's from this YouTube channel called Thermocento. It's a nice YouTube channel. They even have my songs here. Because I also make this kind of music. They have one of my songs in their playlist. Is Chevy trying to be mainstream? Yes and no. I think her goal is like similar to me, but a little different. But yeah, guys, hopefully I didn't sound too depressing. I wasn't planning to tell this story in the way to be like, I'm trash, you know? But more so of like, I'm gonna change my mentality on how I approach this. The only reason why this sound a little depressing is because it felt like I was giving like a funeral to producing myself. But it's a birth of a singer, if that makes sense. You spread your depression? I do. I do. Blame it on the hair. The freaking hair salon barber gave me a misery in life. And she also took my $45. I blame it on her. Or else we would have had this little more uplifted talk. Glad to see that you're more happier than when stream started. It's really the hair. By the way, I just got the haircut. I just came back from the barber shop like 30 minutes ago. You know, before stream started. So this happened real time. Like when I turned on the camera, it was the first time that I saw the haircutted hair. I didn't realize it was this bad. No more ramen, but it's so good. By the way, stream started 1 hour ago. Look at Marsha going like, technically. It really ain't that bad. I think it's gonna look better when I take a shower tomorrow. Oh, I took a shower today. I took a shower, by the way. But like, you know how like when it grows out, you know. I just took a shower. Like if the hair marinate sounds weird. Like, you know how when you like let it be, it becomes a little more natural? I take a shower every day. No, I don't want to look like a dirty person. This is gonna sound weird. I've been cleaning myself a little more thoroughly lately because I feel like I've been smelling lately. So hear me out. I'm not trying to sound disgusting here. Okay. When I'm saying smelling, I'm not talking about bad smell. I'm 25. You know how as people grow older, you smell more? I'm not talking about like bad smell, but like body smell. You know how babies don't smell? But as you grow older and older, your body starts to sort of smell like, whether it's like a guy smell or stuff like that. So I've been feeling maybe it's that, so I have been washing a little more thoroughly. Yeah. Oh, you don't know about this? I'm not trying to be offensive, but have you ever smelled how grandparents smell like? Like compared to grandparents, like grandma and grandpas, And compare that with like children's, they smell different. Like older people have the older people smell. And it comes in all ages. So I've been lately feeling like it's due to hormones and other things. Like you know how when you're a teenage boy you smell really bad, and you get the idea. You're not that, and I'm not. I'm like young, but like I've been kind of, my smell is not like an old smell. I've been feeling that I smell a little more manly lately. Okay, I don't know if this I don't know if this makes sense. Try glycolic acid from Ordinary. I think I already have it. I already have one. It's like a pink foam. Yeah, it kind of gets rid of the bacteria. Yeah, I've been feeling a little more testosterone smell. Like, is that bad? Nah, but I don't like it. I don't wanna. Yeah, minoxidil smell. How do you feel your smell? I don't know. Like, just somehow you feel it. Try Hibit Clean. I have one. I already use it. Yeah. Have you tried body scrub? I already have. I always have body scrub. Body wash, body scrub. It's not pink, yellow fluid clear bottle. I have this. What was the Hibit thing that you talked about? Hibit cleans? I have this thing. I use this on top of a body wash. I don't know exactly. I heard that this gets rid of bacteria that make smells. So oh, you have that too? It's actually pretty effective. You know, like smells that wouldn't go away from just body wash goes away with that. Glycolic acid? Ah. I haven't seen this. What is this? I don't know what this is. I haven't seen that. I'll check that out. Use antibacterial soaps. I heard soap is not really good for you. At least bar soap. Has anyone heard that? Because I used to use bar soaps a lot, but I heard that they're a little too strong for skin. Oh, it's not good for environment? I wasn't really considerate of the environment. It was more for my personal benefit. Oh, like yeah, if it's pH neutral, then it's fine. Irritating since it exfoliates. I see. Yo, I don't want to talk about your showers. I'm an imaginative thinker. Let's talk about something else then. I might get banned for promoting, selling, or something. Did I knit the hat? I don't have that much of a knitting talent. Yeah. I have few. We could go in different direction with the talk. Where do you guys want to go to? Do you guys want to go to world politics? Or do you want to talk about like life struggles? Life decision. Like where do you guys want to world politics? Well, would we ever want to go to world politics? Because it's interesting, you know, like I've been keeping up with the news lately. Can we just have a fun talk? Sure. I thought you said you were not into politics. I'm not into politics as in, you know, Democratic or Republican, but politics also as in like global politics. Global, you know, like disputes and things like that. Oh, I was eating raw ramen. You do the same with direction with your music, and you do stream. It's just realization. What global dispute caught your eye? Has anyone seen on the news a dispute between Korea and Cambodia? This is pretty big in Korea, but I don't think I've seen it in American news, obviously because it's Korean news. Then we could have like a, this is, I'm not like arguing or anything, this is just like a daily news. I guess it could be So, there has been a significant number rise of Koreans being kidnapped and tortured in Cambodia in the past 2 years. And apparently it's tied in with the mafias there and other crime activities. And the total number of Koreans who were kidnapped and tortured and death is estimated right now to 300, which is significant number. Absolutely significant number. So right now, the tension between the two countries are rising, and Korean government is demanding the Cambodian police to to cooperate. Wait, I thought they went there to work? No, that's the thing. The way it works is, by the way, before I start the story, I'm not trying to blame any country. I'm not here to blame any race. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of telling you guys what's happening. No, they're not actually just targeting Korean. They're targeting Koreans as well as other international visitors. So, have you guys ever heard like those scamming places where people scam you and say, "Oh, we have a really good job offer, and it's a computer science job. If you come to Cambodia and you study or you make programs for us, then we'll pay you this much." And then they think they're employed, and they go to the country. Turns out, like you get kidnapped, and then maybe and then you know what happens? Then they use that person to bait another person from Korea. So one person get caught, and then they would torture them and lock them up, and then say, call someone else in Korea and bring them here. So they would be like, "Oh, like, Hyung, how are you doing? We have a really good job here. Like, do you want to come to Cambodia and work?" So then they keep bringing in and working. By the way, and it's not just with Korea. It's just that like Koreans are one of the targets. The other Chinese or other country citizens are also getting lost. And is Korea going to do a trade embargo or something? So what's happening is, by the way, I'm really speaking. Wait, I should be careful because what each side claims is very different. So, okay, this is actually a sensitive topic because from Cambodia's perspective, what they're saying is this is Korea trying to promote Cambodian hate. This is a crime that is not related to our government. Actually, Cambodia made an official statement saying Korea should educate their citizens so that they don't get involved more in these scams. And here's the thing. It's not just Cambodia to blame because the criminals that are kidnapping Koreans in Cambodia, some of them are also Korean. Like, some Koreans in Cambodia are also participating in kidnapping the Koreans to Cambodia. So it's not just one or other issue. Like, I'm not here to say like they're evil or like they're not evil. That's not the issue. But what is happening for sure is that there is a lot of those kidnap, torture, and this part we're not sure. We don't know why or what they do with the kidnapped people. Sometimes they ask for money from the home. Sometimes you sell the person, whether alive or dead. You get the idea. You guys get the idea. Yeah. I don't get what the kidnappers get. Don't trust my words on this, but if you kidnap a person, you could demand money from their family, and you could also just use that body, alive or dead. Like, does that make sense? You got eyes, and you got liver, you got other useful stuff, yeah. But the reason why I'm not saying like this explicitly is because That hasn't been confirmed. That's just, we don't know. We don't know what they. I don't exactly know what they do. We just know that these tourists are getting missing. We don't know what happens to them. Some of the, we're just finding like dead bodies here and there. Yeah. So right now, Korean government has declared some areas, not entire government, not entire country of Cambodia. Korean government has called certain areas of Cambodia as travel restrict district, and Cambodian government are saying like this is irrational decision. Yeah. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. By the way, I'm sorry because this whole story, being honest, I'll be honest, this story is kind of given from Korea's perspective. Cambodia might say different thing. They might say this is false news, this is exaggerated, or this is not true. Like this is just what I've seen on Korean news. So yeah, just letting you guys know. Just it's a current topic, so it's very sensitive as well. Yeah. So some Korean people are saying like these are the extremists. They're like send missiles to Cambodia. Like that's crazy. Like look, I don't think that's like a reasonable thing to do. They are within the missile range though. But if you do that, then it's war. But you know how there's people who are like, like war right now. I don't think such thing's gonna happen. But I think it's probably gonna be like political tension between two. It's happening with a lot of countries right now. True. We need to get more countries involved. So that was the global topic. That's what I was gonna talk about today. When did I stop the music? Okay, now we'll have some fun talk. Sorry, I only had depressing talks today. let's have some happy talk. Of your happy talk. Tell me a happy news. Do you guys have any good news that you want to talk about? Happy news. I love your music. Oh, thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Your voice is relaxing. Thank you so much. You only have sad news? You had the best soup today. You got into a play? Good job, girl. Today's Wordle is hard. You made the volleyball team? Good job. Good job. Very good job. Your brother's turning 1? Wow, it's an infant. I love your songs. Thank you, Max. What else? You made A. I shouldn't say A is expected, right? That's like a bad Asian parent behavior. I should just say great job, right? Great job. Great job. Sorry, I think I'm already a bad parent. Oh. Thank you so much for how many months, Sam? Thank you so much for tier 2? 5 months. Jamie, tier 2? Girl, what the heck? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for tier 2 5 months sub. Tier 2, that's crazy. That was my thank you reaction. You don't like it? This is why the girls on TikTok think you're nice? No. This is not about being nice, guys. This is just like, you know how when you buy a product, like, You know what this is like? This is like a service. It's like if you go to Burger King, you know how they have the Burger King crown? Like that's like what it is. Yeah. It's, they don't give you the Burger King crown because they're nice people. It's just part of the service. Like just imagine this as like a Burger King crown. It's like nothing really special. It's like sometimes they might not have it, sometimes they have it. Like, yeah. You get the idea. Emma, why you keep saying you cried in school today? What do you want me to do about it? Huh? I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm just messing. I'm not, yo, I'm just messing. Gather her tears? Throw some money and tell me that you're sad, then I might act different. That's why your hair like that. Damn, we getting to the hair? I see how it is. Maybe you might get a sincere apology. This is why your balding pills don't work. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I think the generational curse is not able to be stopped by mere medicine. I think that's why I'm losing hair. I genuinely think this is a generational curse. Someone in my great-grandpa did something really wrong. That's why we're all bald. Me and my dad and my grandpa and my brother. Like, yeah. Every man in the family. Your balding pills are a scam? It actually works. Believe it or not. Because it used to be worse. Eugene too? He isn't as bad as me. I don't know why. You're balding? Girls don't usually bald. Have you ever seen a bald grandma? I mean, there is some, but like, not as much as guys. You see guys in college turning bald. You go to like, what? Electrical engineering. The guys there are already losing hair.
Happy news. 42 months, yay.
42 months? Thanks so much, QQ, for 42 months. Jesus Christ. 42 months. That's a very, very long time. A very, very long time. There's the paid fan service. Exactly. I want to make a fan art. Can you do a pose? Were you not able to capture any of that like great moments? Loud heater. You know what this is? Do you hear that? That goes on all night long for winter. All night long. Do you hear that? You know what that is? That's a radiator sound. That's the sound of poverty. that's poor people sound. Dang, 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 dang. That's the heater, yeah. And it's crazy loud. You know what drives me freaking crazy? It's the fact that I'm trying to record my song. Actually, I should make a TikTok about this. I'm trying to record a song, but I don't have a studio, so I record like right here, right? And then I'm like, I guess I've fallen over. And then, dang, 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 dang. Oh, you might be like, just turn it off. I can't turn it off. It's central heating. Yeah, I turned it off in my room, but I can't disable it for the entire apartment. So I literally have to wait until the god of heater decides to stop making sound, and I'm like, I guess I've fallen over it. Yeah. It's cold enough to have heater on. Yeah, it's cold in Boston now. I think it's winter weather now. Sorry if I bothered you. I feel bad. Guys, I don't. Sometimes I don't. Why are the newbies so softer? Guys, we don't have to be like that nice and that all of that. You know, we're close. We're casual. You know, you could just say whatever. Yeah. Oh, is it? I thought kids nowadays were tough. You know, I thought they were used to internet bullying. Are they not? Yeah, you know, just maybe this is the issue. Maybe it's because the age gap between the younger generation and me is getting wider. They're like, oh, I can't be rude to like an elderly person. You know, maybe if I was 14, they wouldn't care. But like, they're like, oh, they're an adult. Like, you know, they say like, don't be disrespectful to their elders. So like, maybe that's what's happening. I look up to you. Don't look up to me. There is so many better people to choose from in this world, and I am not one of them. I'm definitely not a person you should look up to. I'm telling you, I'm really like, pick your mom. Like, pick your mom or dad. Yeah, like whichever one you have. Yeah. Like, I don't know, they might not have one. Like, I'm not saying like, you get what I'm saying. Like, I was just being considerate of like, see? Like, see? Yeah. You get the idea. I don't know if they have one. Well, nowadays you can't just like expect everybody to have parents, because the divorce rate is high. You know, we don't know what's up with personal story. This is gonna sound weird. Most of my friends like grew up in a single parent household. I don't know why. Like that's something I realized in high school. I mean, it's probably because I was friends with a lot of immigrants, or I don't know. I don't know the reason why. I think it's just pretty common. Actually, among my friends, I was one of the few ones who had both parents. Like, that doesn't fight or, had no trouble. If I go a little bit further, you know what I thought? Okay, this is a little bit of a deep talk. This is a deep talk. So, I thought it was interesting how I often become friends with people who doesn't always have a stable parenthood. And I noticed the pattern and I was thinking, why is that so? And I came to a conclusion because a lot of the times when children grow up in a household where one of the parents are absent for whatever reason, they become a little bit more responsible, especially when they're the older child. Because, my friends are generally the older child. When you're the eldest, like, the oldest child in the family with one parent, then they kind of also serve the role as an alternate parent for their siblings. Do you guys agree? And as a result, they become more mentally mature and their level of condolences or considerateness is all higher than other people around my age. And I'm not trying to be mean to myself. I am a picky person that most people can't stand. Like, I'm not, guys, like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest to myself. I'm not an easygoing person, so most people really can't stand my pickiness. But those responsible people are able to stand with me. So I understood why I become friends with them and why I enjoy their presence, because they're very comforting. And I asked them individually why they want to be friends with me. And they said, like, there's, okay, this is me kind of like self boosting myself. They said, like, there's something about someone from like a happier background giving off more radiating happier energy, and like they want to be around someone like them. So while I enjoyed their considerateness, they enjoyed my like positive energy, like optimism. And also, you know how sometimes I am a little brutal or unfiltered or not caring? Like, I think one of the things is that they kind of enjoy the idea where I don't really care if like what background you have. Like, I don't like actually care, as in like, I think one of the part what I mean by I don't care is I think it's very bad for people to give pity. You know how when you see someone that you think they're in a little bit lesser position than you, like, you know, whether family situation wise or financial or whatever, then people often make the mistake of giving them pity. Like, oh, like I feel bad. Oh, I'm sorry. But I think a lot of people don't want to be pitied, because when you grow up with some things, like you don't really care, but like when you get pitied, it makes you feel like, why are you pitying me? I'm doing fine, you know? And pitying almost seems as if like I'm doing good but you're not. So I think it's like not pitying, and you know, those kind of things. I had this talk with my friends because I always you know, I'm always kind of curious why people would be friends with me. Cause I wouldn't be friends with myself. I know that for sure. I am not having me as a friend. Just really, really honest. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to stand me. I always ask this question. Guys, would you be friends with yourself? Some people can. Some people work well with themselves. I really wouldn't be friends with another Hyo-sang. I hate Hyo-sangs. Like, I could feel Hyo-sangs. I hate how they're so calculative and so like inconsiderate and selfish. I hate Hyo-sangs. There should only be one Hyo-sang around me. It's kind of like a self-hate. You know, even musically, I despise musicians who have similar mentality as me. Do you guys know how earlier I talked about how I make music for people and, you know, blah, blah, blah? Did you guys know I like musicians who do their own art? Like, because I am not someone like that, I admire people who's not like me. I also like vocalists, male vocalists who could sing high notes and very loud in like woods, like drowning, because I can't do that. Yes. I kind of admire things. I think we all kind of admire things that we can't do or don't have. That's why I like Huji, because you know how I do my music I think very calculated about music. But when I look at Huji, it feels like he makes what he likes. So that's why I like Huji. I don't like when I see another musician trying to run their brain in their music. I'm like, you fake musician. I know, I'm sure Huji probably thinks through, but like, impressionist. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I've been worried about lately, guys? I swear, this is actually like a genuine worry. You know, believe me. I'm worried that you guys might think I'm a good person and have a higher expectation on me as a human. No one thinks that, don't worry. You're somewhat decent. That's what I'm worried about. Like, I'm only showing the decent side of me on stream, so I really worry that people might think of me better than who I actually am. You show both sides? I do, but there's still sides of me that is disgusting that I haven't shown. I wouldn't show. Maybe you don't think high enough of yourself? You're right. Or maybe I don't like the heightened expectation. Disgusting in what way? I don't know. There's a lot of like bad side of me. No, like you suck. Yeah, but sometimes you have a bright shining moments. That's true. You know how I avoid some sensitive topics? Like politically or socially? There's probably some aspect that we don't agree on. And when you realize that we don't agree, you might get disappointed in me. Even though that's not right. Like, oh, you get disappointed just because someone doesn't agree with you. But like that's how we are. You know how there are things that we think are obvious, but when you find out that the other person doesn't think so, then we feel betrayed. Like, how could you not think like that? So that's why I sometimes feel like you get only more disappointed as you get to know someone else's opinion more and more. I only felt betrayed when you said you hated pozole. That's the thing. We felt betrayal in pozole. Imagine if it's like something more than pozole. By the way, I still don't like pozole. Maybe I haven't tried good one, but I don't know why. It felt too. I don't know. It just didn't click with me. I don't know why. I don't know why. But you know what? Not everyone will like you. That's true. But it's somewhat of responsibility as a musician to make sure that not everyone hates you. You know, you can't be a musician if everyone hates you. People have opinions only matters on important moral and stances. We probably have different morals. We just don't know about it yet. Have you guys ever felt somewhat shocked where you thought this person was very similar to you, but you talk more and more and you realize there's like a fundamental moral that you share differently with this person? I was like, oh my god, on the surface, we look similar, but we have like absolutely different base of where we start thinking from, you know? It's not even like a specific topic. It's like what they think about human life or something like that. You know, like the way they view it is different, or the way they view art, or yeah. Like for example, I almost unfriended someone because we didn't agree on the definition of art. But we were simply initially talking about like one musician's music video, but then when we realized that our definition of art was different, then we got like so betrayed. Like, how could you think like that? You know? And that's not even like political, that's art. Yeah. Was it that serious? It was that serious. It really was. It really, really was. No, it really was. We got really upset for some reason. I don't really agree with your definition of art. It kind of doesn't make sense to me. I think I have a little unpopular opinion about art. I actually am aware of that. I think most people wouldn't agree with my opinion. Sounds like they were headstrong just like you. Uh, I am pretty I am pretty stubborn. Yeah, I am pretty You're right. This is gonna be really sensitive. I already talked about a lot of sensitive things. You know when I feel this moral difference? It's especially if you meet someone who grew up in a different country. Have you ever talked to someone? Not like, I'm not talking about immigrants or, like maybe immigrants. Not like someone who grew up in US. I'm talking about, have you ever met someone who lived their entire life in a different country and you thought they're a good person? And like, you talk, but you realize like something is fundamentally different. I usually feel that way with when I meet international students or international people. Rarely. I was about to say my parents are immigrants, so glad you clarified. I think we're all brainwashed in a certain level. Even like us. When you grow up in certain country, you get brainwashed to think from that country's perspective. Because, you learn history from your country's perspective. You learn the world news from your country's perspective. So when you meet someone from different country, then you're like, what do you mean? This is what we were taught all our life. What do you mean they're good people? Like, what do you mean they're bad people? So, I think that's why I get amazed when people are able to do international marriage. Actually, are you guys open to international marriage? Would you? I feel like it's pretty difficult, especially because of the morals. Would your parents be okay with it? Actually, never mind. You guys are American. I don't think American parents care. No? My parents are lucky if I get married at all. Wait, just curious. You know how Asian parents, they have, like, like they sometimes have like, we only want Asian, daughter-in-law or son-in-law. Do other races have a similar thing? Or do you not? Like, do Hispanic uncles ever, Hispanic dads ever go like, he's not Latino, does he ever? I don't, like, is that true? Or do they not really have that? Oh, your parents want you to date a Hmong. No, I'm not half Japanese, I'm just Korean. I'm mentally half Japanese. That was a joke. Please don't take me seriously. Ignore me. It's because half of my heart belongs to Huzikaze. That's Daisuki Fuji-san. Oh, as long as they're Catholic, I see. That makes sense. Oh, sorry, I'm half Korean, half Hyomis. Why are people leaving? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my. It was a joke. Guys, I was just kidding. I wasn't being serious. Sorry, I'm not the bomb.com. What you eating? I was eating 신라면. That's what I was eating. You better not end stream. I'm gonna walk alone. You keeping me company? Oh, no worry, girls. Are you using me as a walking buddy? I feel like that's a good idea. Do you guys ever use me as a walking buddy? Like listen to my stream when you take a walk or exercise? Or do you just not walk? Or do you just not work out? Oh, dishwashing. Dishwashing buddy. You know how I felt like lately, guys? I'm really closer to a radio than a stream. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with radio generation, but I grew up in, when I was young, people listen to radio all the time. I don't know if anymore. Every morning, there'll be like radio channel my mom listens to while she makes breakfast. I used to listen to radio on my way back from extra school to home. And that's actually the reason why I wanted to become a streamer, guys. I wanted to become a radio DJ. But radio's dead. Radio's dead. Video killed the radio star. Where is that from? Where's that quote from? I've heard it everywhere. It's a song? Ah. Whose song is it? Radio shows are still a thing in Korea though. Still in America, probably. I remember when I first came to America, we always listened to iHeartRadio, like 97.6 or something like that. And they would play like, starships are meant to fly. Or, I got a feeling, ooh, I'm on a payphone. That's what they always played. iHeartRadio.com. By the way, you know what's funny? At this time, I didn't even speak good English, so I didn't know what the heck they were saying. I only heard iHeartRadio, and then their pronunciation was so hard for me to understand. It was like, now we're playing Maroon 5. Like, I didn't understand anything. And I just heard the songs. I literally had like no idea who these guys were. And I don't understand anything, but they're like talking and like they just laugh once in a while, like, ah! And I'm just like, I guess they said something funny. Like, I don't know what the heck they're saying, but like, I guess something must have been funny. You know how they have like 2 or 3 people there, usually like talking with each other, making some jokes. Yeah. And because I don't know if anyone here is second language is English. When English is in your first language, what's most difficult to understand is phone calls and radio sounds. Because for some reason, TV broadcast, you could at least see the mouth and, see the context better. But phone and radio, you only hear the audio. So as a result, I can't understand. But radio is fine because even if I don't understand radio, who cares? But phone, a lot of international immigrants would understand. When you're an immigrant, because your parents don't speak perfect English, your mom or dad would be like, can you call the internet and ask for this? Can you call the electric company? Can you call this insurance company? And I was 5th grade at the time. I hated calling. I hated calling like this adult calls. You know what I was thinking? This is adult job. Why do I have to do this when I'm only like in middle school? I got stuff to do. I don't. Like, what does middle schooler have stuff to do? They don't have stuff to do. But I was like, Mom, I'm busy. Like, I have to do homework. There is no homework. But I just hated it. Yeah. Looking back at it, I felt bad because I was bad at English, but my mom was worse at it. So when she was asking me for help, it's because, I was a trash son. Walking translator. And I didn't, if I say the story, you know what my mom says? So yeah, like, you always complain. That's why I didn't ask you for the phone calls and I did it myself. So I was a bad son. I did all this complaining and I didn't do it. You know how there's people who complain and do it? I didn't do it. I'm trash. I'm trash. Hey, as a result, my mom got better at English and she has a job. So she works in an American company. Oh, sorry. Sorry, mom. Trash son, trash son. I would hate for you to be my son. I was also trash son. My mom would be like, go mow the lawn. And I'll be like, I'm busy playing League of Legends. And my mom would go outside there. Like, Mom, why'd you do that? I was gonna do it. You didn't have to do it. I was a trash son. Yeah. God, I was a trash son. No good. You know what my mom used to say? I raised two healthy boys, but they're no use. Like, you guys are so healthy, but, I'm like 40-year-old and I had to do this. Sorry, mom. Sorry. You know who fixed the house? Like, house, air conditioner and stuff like that? Going up in the attic? My mom did that. My mom fixed the AC. My mom fixed the heating. Oh, by the way, I have a dad, but when I was younger, my dad worked in Korea while my mom and rest of the family, me and my brother, lived in America. So technically, it was only me, my brother, and my mom in the house. My dad also used to work in Mexico. Yeah. You know how sometimes the dads work far from home? You should go thank her. I should. Tell her to disown you. Why would she disown me now? After doing all of that. Now it's her turn to, to take back the investment. She can't disown me now. Actually, my parents in our family group chat were saying, did you know that in Korea, there's a tradition of giving your first paycheck to your parents? And my brother gave some to my parents. And my parents were like, Hyo-sang, technically, I know you don't work at a company, but you should have gave your first paycheck. And I'm like, right. right. Yeah. He's a YouTuber. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Hyo, you're horrible. Terrible son. Terrible son. She got to run up that Amazon cart? Don't worry. I bought her a new swimsuit. Yeah. I think now that I think about it, why is she buying a swimsuit at October? Probably for, how gym, they have inside pool? Yeah. What'd you do with your first paycheck? Was it worth it? I didn't spend it. Well, I mean, I did. I paid rent. Well, technically, I made $13 when I was in high school with music. Or was it $5? I don't know. I think, where did I spend that $13? I don't know. I don't even know where that went. And with the actual money that I made later, I paid rent with it. And student loans. Yeah. Student loans, rent, food. Not food as in fancy food, like rice. Oh, I still can't believe. Guys, I still can't believe. Did you know homies used to give me rice? This is not a joke. I am not making this up. When I first started streaming, I was that low. I was so low in the poverty line that I told homies that I ran out of rice. So one of the homies sent me rice. Yeah. I still remember that. Yeah, they sent me and a few years ago, Anna sent me toilet paper. Yeah. Oh no, that was Anna, not Kelly. Yeah. But not anymore. I could pay. I could pay now. I'm fine. I buy my own rice. I'm fine. Yeah. Now I'm better. Now I'm better. Yeah. But it used to be bad. It used to be. Help me making sure you're getting fed. Yeah. He can buy his own flowers now? Flowers? I don't buy flowers. What do you mean? A beer. What is it? Ren sent a beer. I don't know if it was wine or beer. I think it was beer. Yeah, it was beer, I think. Oh, European beer? That was pretty good. Yeah. I can't even name all the things I got. In fact, actually, guys, this EP, I made this EP like based with the support of Hyomi's. I'm not even exaggerating. Like Hyomi's funded for this EP. So technically this EP is like, you know, Hyomi sponsored. Like literally, this is not even like mentally. Yeah. So I don't know. Like the more I think about it, wouldn't it make sense for me to make music for the people? But at the same time, here's the thing: that there's a lot of Hyomis who gifted, you know, for the EP. But I also disqualified a lot of the songs that they liked, so a lot of people got really disappointed. You know. I apologize for that. Like it's not like I dropped those songs because I wanted to. Cause what is it, a lot of people liked Twin Comment or Tamed by You or Hey K. Yeah. I'm sorry. Should we take a listen to those songs again? Let me listen.
As I symbols, we fly through the sky, oh, blazing trails for you and I, oh, hold my hand steady and tight, cause we're about to travel through this universe, through that Kuiper belt, through the ordered clouds, through the galaxies. As symbols, we fly through the sky, oh, blazing trails for you and I, oh, freezing cold without the stars, but I'll be your warmest company, warmest company, warmest company, company. Maybe you could have reached the Andromeda, the sombrero, or interstellar clouds, but I know you made the choice to stay with me. Maybe you could have been to Andromeda, the sombrero, or Magellanic clouds, but the place never mattered. My love already know, already know.
Yeah, that's the song that didn't make it to the EP. Twin Comment. Well, if I ever end up releasing this, I think I'm gonna switch up. I don't know. You know what I'm debating, guys? Okay, be really honest. What do you guys think about the autotune there? You can be honest. How do you feel about the autotune? So you know most of my songs don't have autotune. You didn't like it too much? So, in my mind, this Shibuyage, the point of the song is autotune. It's so that it sounds tacky and is out of trend. Like, like they used to make music like this back in like 2005. Like that's like the point of it, you know? So, with this song, I don't even know if I should keep the autotune or remove it. Autotune should only be in some parts. Basically, the fake sounding autotune is kind of like the point of the song. Kind of like the, early 2000 Y2K vibe, T-Pain vibe. Yeah, futuristic vibe. Yeah. But I do think the song will be more generally popular if, I remove the autotune. That's why I can't make the decision. Guys, like, what would you do if you're in my shoes? I know that people would like it generally more without the autotune. So I don't, like, it's kind of hard for me to make two versions. Nah, I don't think that's a good artist behavior. Then artists would just have like 10 versions for every single song. Would you keep it or would you remove it? Would you keep it? Keep some? I see. I see. But like, well, this one is not getting released in this EP. I was just kind of curious how you guys feel about it. Yeah. Well, you guys want to know a really interesting thing? I really like this Korean rapper named Benzino, and there's an album that I listened to over and over all my life. The funny thing is, the number 2 track or number 4 to this album has autotune in it, and I hated it as a kid. I listened to every single song in the album besides that track because I thought the autotune sounded bad. I hated the vibe. But after 10 years, I finally liked the song. And now I understand why he put that as track number 2. So like, now that I understand what he did, I'm like, so should I not put the autotune? Because when I was younger, it's not about age, it's like about music. I didn't enjoy it. But should I put it because he also made that decision? I don't know, like it's kind of a hard decision. Yeah. But alright. I also like this one. This is Tamed by You. This one is also the one that didn't make it to the EP.
Wish my days were filled with you. Your teasing words will do. I'm a fool, but I don't mind for you. And when you're here, it feels like God and you lift my heavy burden, craving you even when you're with me. Of all the roses in this planet, none make my heart demand it. You're the only rose I adore. I'll be your fox, already am tamed by your hands. Maybe a few hours, no several days. I've been wishing you stay. I'll be your fox, already am tamed by your hands. Maybe a few hours, no several days. I've been wishing you stay.
I still like this song. I still think this song's good. I don't understand why it didn't win the vote. I don't understand. I just cannot understand. Why did this not win the vote? I don't understand. It lost quite significantly too. Like I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, okay. Okay, wait, then if I ask you the question. If I took out one of the songs from the EP and put this in, how would you feel? That's the thing, is that like this is better than 500 Days? I mean, 500 Days is better than this song? Like, I don't know. Okay, I'll play 500 Days. I'll play 500 Days.
It's hard to define how I feel, not ideal, but you sleep beside me still. Bitter feels swallowed in, but I still can't hide it. Crossed that line. I know that you're not mine. It's hard to define how I feel, not ideal, but you sleep beside me still. Bitter fears swallow it, but I still can't hide it. 'Cause you're my one summer night that lasts forever. And I'm still paralyzed from this. We had 500 days of you and I.
Okay, this one's not bad either. This one's not bad either. This one's not bad either. Yeah, this one's not bad either. But you know, like if I just release everything, then the album's gonna come out like forever late. So I do have to make a decision, you know. See, now you guys see why Twin Comment didn't make it. It's not because Twin Comment's bad. It's because the other songs are stronger. You know, like do you get the idea, right? I still really like Twin Comment. Personally, my favorite was Twin Comment. Yeah. Maybe you could save the songs for a single. True. You know, ah, oh. Okay, can I? Oh, this is actually whining. The reason why, you know, I'm debating is because this connects with the production talk I had earlier. I don't fully trust my production anymore. So, like, I would need to get a different producer for me to work on together for these songs, because I feel like I no longer just trust solely my production. But the demos are good, but then it makes me think, like, is it? No, is it great? I don't know if it's like great. What's wrong with the original? That's the thing, is that it's not, but like in some way I guess I kind of lost confidence, you know. Yeah. But that's what I've been thinking lately because the other songs are already getting finished up. So hard on yourself. I think it's good to be hard on myself because the more I am hard on myself, the better the end result is. So, yeah. By the way, guys, sorry for the whining kind of. This is what I've been thinking lately because, like right now is the time that I'm working on these songs. Like today, like yesterday is the time that I'm working. I'm like currently working on these, so like I'm making a lot of like decisions on how to produce, like how to like keep what to not keep. The other songs, I'll tell you guys right now. Burning City Light, like Tennis Court, I guess I Fall in Love with You. These are like kind of confirmed. They're kind of getting wrapped up. Yeah. So they're fine. They're fine. The other songs are, yeah. You get the idea. And you know what makes me think? I feel like the first three tracks of the EP is probably going to be the three that I already finished. You know, because these were the most popular song. I guess I Fall in Love with You, and you know, you guys get the idea, right? So I think these are going to be like in the first three. I don't know what order, but and I'm kind of thinking, isn't it okay to just include the other tracks based on my decision? But then I'm like, no. That's like that's a dangerous mentality to just like loosely say they're less important, so I don't have to care as much. Like I feel like no, that's not a good mentality as a musician. Yeah. I thought they were all confirmed. Because what was the point of producing? No, they are, but it just kind of makes me think like they are, but it makes me think like is it really a right thing to like let them go? Like yeah. No, cuz no one's going to complain about more song if that makes sense. I don't think anyone would be sad because you know, a song that wasn't selected ended up being included. Actually, I was gonna keep this as a secret, but actually, I guess it's not even a secret. Basically, the reason why I'm like going through the thought is because I'm thinking, should I include, you know, the one that didn't win the voting? Because, you know, by just trusting my decision. You get what I'm saying, right? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the part that I've been working. If not, then there's nothing really much to debate on. You want to hear Embrace? Being honest, I actually have been working on Embrace. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know as in like, I'm working on it. In fact, can I be honest? I've already been working on it since September. But I was just keeping a secret, you know, because I thought the song had good potential. But while I'm working, I'm like, okay, like technically it didn't win the voting. So if I'm going to put it on the album, it has to be good, right? You know, like it's like if the member that didn't get chosen for the debut wants to debut, they have to like prove themselves. And I've been like debating like, should they debut or not? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the demo version goes like this. The demo version.
As the moons cross the sky and the times are spent with them, how long, meeting you and them, spending life and time with them. Does it feel never felt right for me? Ooh.
You know what I realized? You know what I realized? The demo, like, so this is a demo, right? So this is a demo, and I enhanced it. Enhanced version sounds so much better. I just understood like how bland this version was. The enhanced version is like so much better than this. This is very but then can we hear snippet? No, because that, like, I don't know if I would release, or I don't want to ruin surprise too much for you guys. That's the reason. Like, I don't like, it's not because I hate you guys. Um maybe I'm not built to become a musician, because do you know what I struggle the most when I make music, especially this kind of process, is it's like, again, it's like cooking. When I add more, I'm so worried that what I added is actually making it worse, you know? Do you guys sort of see where my worry comes from? Every time I work with these demos and I add something, I'm like, did the original sound better? You know? Yeah. Like with this track, I've added strings, I've added like flute, I've added like whatever the heck, like different drums, different snare, and I'm just like, what if, like, yeah. And here's the thing. You get scared of adding new things and don't add anything, then it doesn't turn into a good music. You have to sort of be brave and make the decision and add it. But here's the thing. That's why I don't like, music that's seasoned. Because for piano music, I don't have to make that decision. I only have to make a decision of notes and chords, because the piano instrument's already set. But for pop music, you have to like decide what to add. And I don't like that responsibility, because, yeah. Like, the raw chicken tasted good. Why do I have to put seasoning on it, But, if I were to just sell a raw chicken, no one would buy it. So, But now that I listen again, actually, wait, guys. Ah, oh, oh. I made an advanced version compared to this, and it sounds way better. And I was like, this is it, masterpiece, right? This is it, masterpiece. Like, I'm amazing, I'm fantastic. And then I was kind of like working with other producers, and then they're saying the song is kind of bland, And I was like, wait, I thought this was like super seasoned up. Like, in my opinion, I seasoned it a lot, but they're like, oh, it's still kind of like, a little empty, and like, and I was like, no, like, but I also saw what they're talking about. Like, what they're saying is true. It is true. It is true. Like, it is true. God forbid a man was the demo's already. It has to be great. It has to be like amazing, fantastic. It has to be, yeah. Yeah. But all right. You know what? I'll go work on this song now. I'm gonna work. I think it's not even that I want to work with other producer because, like, I need them. I think it's more so of, I think I kind of want someone else to share the responsibility of picking these sounds. I think I, am a little too scared to sometimes try different things. Yeah. But all right, I'm gonna go work on these songs. Thank you for, how many producers are you working with? I've worked with total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 producers so far on this EP. Yeah. They're all like, they're like all like helpers, if that makes sense. Yeah. What I mean by that is, when, like, I already am a producer and I already have the songs, so I kind of help, I kind of get their advices, I kind of get their, kind of like a team, if that makes sense. It's like a team that I hired. Like, does that make sense? Yeah. So I am still doing the job, but I'm getting, if I include engineers, 6. Yeah, and this is now including, Oh, Sheb also like reviewed my lyrics. I don't know if that counts, but then that's 7. So I actually think the more talent there is in the thing, the better it will turn out. My worry is also like, I hope I'm not over expecting myself with this EP, to do everything great just because I tried hard. Because sometimes in life, just because you try hard doesn't mean it always, turns out the same way, especially with music. So while I'm trying hard, I'm also trying to tell myself, don't feel like the world is responsible to like something because I tried hard. Yeah. I think that's kind of a dangerous mentality. We always want our effort to be replenished, what's the word? You get the idea. What is that? Resettled, repaid. You get the idea. Refurbished. I don't know what the word. Reciprocated. Thank you. Sorry. Reciprocated. Rewarded, reciprocated. Yeah. We always want our effort to be reciprocated, but you know how that's not always the case. We could sometimes really try, but not be rewarded. They always say, if you try hard, then you'll be rewarded, but that's not always the case. There's a lot of people in the world who try hard, but not everybody gets the result they want. So, yeah. Thank you, cuties, for watching. It was kind of good talking to you guys today. I was already kind of moody because of my hair today, but, you guys kind of helped me cheer up. You guys are like saying like, oh, this is good. Like that actually cheers me up, because when I'm just working by myself, I kind of tell myself, I don't even know if this is good anymore. So, yeah. If I'm being really honest, I've been feeling more attraction towards Embrace than 500 Days. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Laurie. Thank you so much for gifting. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. No lip bite today? Why can't I bite my lip? Can't I look cute and sexy while biting my lip? Wait, no. Okay, let me stop. Yeah, that's flirty. No. Ew. Okay. Cute and sexy is oxymoron. You have no shame. I lost that a while ago. Why are you flirting? It's dancing. It's a dance. Yeah. If I'm being honest, thank you, Minnie. Thank you. All the songs are gonna be good. I want this EP to hit millions. I know that's hard, but I'm trying so that this EP hits million. It might not, because that's very hard. No, Leash hit 500,000, so I want these tracks to hit 1 million. If they hit 1 million, I'll have a party. I'll literally have a party. If not, that's okay. That just means I gotta try harder. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I think I could be ambitious. Aiming for 1 million when my last song was 500K, that's possible, right? Yeah, and I want every song to hit million, so... And I've done it before. Actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, for my piano songs, did you know that they hit million recently? For Lux's songs, Late Night Love Letter was already at million, but Watercolor Palette hit 1.1 million, and I Was Waiting For You Too is almost at million. So, yeah. But this might not be it. Here's the thing. Worst case worse, it might do worse than Leash. Worst case worse, because you know, you don't always go upward in life. But all right, love you, cuties. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, I mean, it's less likely because I have like way more homies and listeners than when I released Leash. So it's more likely that it would do better. But actually, thank you for staying with me today. I was really whiny. Thank you for joining. Like I'm like thank you that you joined. Like, you know, yeah. I'll do something fun tomorrow.